Hey, what's going on, guys? TheHORRORman back with the next top 20 for 2020. This time I'll be counting down my top 20 favorite home invasion films. The top 20 for 2020 series was created by myself and my buddy Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Twice a month, we randomly select a theme and rank our top 20 favorite horror films from that theme. The other rules are as follows. We only feature 20 films. No honorable mentions. We can only feature one film per franchise. And Jason and I only include films we actually own on physical media. The randomly selected theme this time was home invasion films. And it's another one of those categories that makes you question, what exactly qualifies? Well, this is my list, so it is what it is. I thought outside the box with a few of these. My ranking, as always, will begin with my least favorite, number 20, and I will work my way to my favorite, number 1. Also, please keep in mind this is just my personal opinion. And so, here we go. My top 20 for 2020 of my top 20 favorite home invasion films. Coming in at number 20 is Better Watch Out. Now, I would have loved to have ranked this higher, but this is the perfect example of, does this qualify? I mean, if you've seen the movie, you might ask yourself the same question. Is it really a home invasion film? I think it qualifies just barely, which is why I have it ranked here at number 20. At number 19 is Panic Room. I'm sure most, if not everyone, has seen this one. This was fairly popular when it came out. David Fincher directed this. It stars Jodie Foster, a young Kristen Stewart, Jared Leto. It's really well done, it's suspenseful, and it's number 19. Coming in at number 18 is House on the Edge of the Park. This one stars David Hess, and it's pretty brutal. For that reason, I don't often revisit this one, but it's definitely a must for a list like this. So I have it ranked here at number 18. My number 17 pick is one I'm sure most people would have ranked much higher, maybe even at number 1. It's The Strangers. For me, this one is overrated though. I prefer the sequel, but I actually consider the sequel to be more of a slasher film than a home invasion film, whereas this first film is definitely home invasion. At number 16 is When a Stranger Calls. I'm sure When a Stranger Calls will be on almost everyone's ranking for this category, but it will probably be the original film. This is the remake, which I prefer to the original, mainly because I really love the setting in this one. The house is awesome. Coming in at number 15 is a movie I never hear anyone talk about. It's If I Die Before I Wake. This one stars Muse Watson, who also plays the killer in I Know What You Did Last Summer. He plays the maniac in this as well. It's about a family who is taken hostage, and a 16-year-old daughter and her younger sister realize they are the family's only hope for survival. At number 14 is the Lost on VHS home invasion classic, Hider in the House. As you can see, this one stars Gary Busey, and look at him. Look at that pervert. That alone makes this one worthy of this list. But it's a fun watch, and it's always entertaining seeing Gary Busey as a maniac. And at number 13 is a favorite for many with a similar premise. It's Bad Ronald. This one is about a family who moves into a house, not realizing that someone already lives there. Coming in at number 12 is another remake on this list. It's Funny Games. Funny Games comes from the same director as the original Funny Games. This is the American remake, which I prefer mainly because of the cast. Michael Pitt and Brady Corbett were especially fantastic in this one. And speaking of games, my number 11 pick also features some. It's Venus Flytrap. This one is about a group of punks who crash an intimate party and find themselves involved in some deadly games. And now we're into the top 10 with Midnight Intruders. I actually reviewed Midnight Intruders during the Slashback Challenge last year. So if you want to know more about this one, be sure to check out that review. I have to say, this one definitely stuck with me. Coming in at number 9 is not just a home invasion film, but a life invasion film. And it's yet again another remake. It's Cape Fear with Robert De Niro and Nick Nolte. This is De Niro at his scariest, and it also features some other fantastic performances, especially from Juliette Lewis, who was very young in this role. My number 8 pick is not your traditional horror film, but it's definitely horrific in many ways. It's Hostage, starring Bruce Willis. What's truly terrifying about this movie is Ben Foster's character. There's that scene of him walking down the hallway as the house burns down around him, and it's truly, truly chilling. No home invasion film list is complete without my number 7 pick, A Clockwork Orange. It's a classic, and it features quite possibly the most infamous home invasion scene in movie history. Coming in at number 6 is a personal favorite of mine. It's the classic relationship gone wrong horror story. It's Fear, starring Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. That scene at the end when the home invasion takes place is chilling. Mark Wahlberg's performance is great, and William Peterson is a badass, as always. Here comes the controversy at number 5. It's Clown House. But I mean, come on guys. It's a home invasion film about clowns, set on Halloween. Imagine your house being invaded by killer clowns on Halloween night. That's scary. Controversy aside, this movie is awesome. Coming in at number 4 is a favorite among many. It's not only a great home invasion film, but it's a great slasher film. Alone in the Dark. We've made it to the top 3, and coming in at number 3 is, imagine that, another remake. This time it's the remake of Straw Dogs. I once again prefer this remake to the original. It's nothing against Dustin Hoffman, I just prefer the cast in this one. James Marsden is spectacular. This is probably his best role I've ever seen him in. I love this movie, and I almost considered making it my number 1. But I have to rank 2 other films higher, including my number 2 pick, 3615 Hide and Freak. This one has some alternate titles, including Game Over, Deadly Games, 3615 Code Pierre Noel, and others. Last time I ranked home invasion films, I mentioned Home Alone. At the time, it was sort of a joke. But with that being said, it also sort of qualifies. However, for this particular ranking, I am only including horror films. And 3615 Hide and Freak is definitely the horror version of Home Alone. It's a home invasion slasher film, and an incredible one at that. Which brings us to number 1. Now, hear me out, guys, because I thought outside the box on this one. But it definitely qualifies. My favorite home invasion film is The People Under the Stairs. Think about it. It starts out as a home invasion film. It just so happens that the invaders are our protagonists and become sort of the victims in this film. They are the ones taken hostage. It's sort of a reverse home invasion film. And this isn't the only movie on the list to feature that premise. To me, The People Under the Stairs qualifies, and it's my list. It's one of my favorite Wes Craven films, and it's my number 1 favorite home invasion film. So there you have it, guys, my top 20 for 2020 of my top 20 favorite home invasion films. What do you think? Comment below and let me know. And be sure to check out Jason's top 20 for 2020 as well. Also, we invite all of you to participate. Thanks for watching, guys. Be kind, subscribe.